So I've had this channel now for 2 years, I think. So I figured now I will do this sort of Star Wars tag, I guess is what you would call them. Probably should have done this a long time ago, but I'm doing it now. So I have a bunch of Star Wars questions that I will be answering, and I will also leave all the questions in the description, so if you would like to also answer them and leave them in the comments, then I would really appreciate that. I would also love to get to know you a bit better. But also a fair warning, there is a lot of questions, you don't have to answer all of them. Just do the ones you feel are most meaningful to you or something like that. Or go for all of them. I mean, I'm going to read everything, so do whatever you want. But I have a lot of questions to get through, so let's start. First, what is your favorite Star Wars era? This one is pretty easy. It is definitely the prequel era or the Clone Wars era. I just like the structure of the galaxy, I guess, at that point, with the Old Republic and the Jedi, and then the Separatists versus the Republic and clones versus droids and all of that. And then favorite Star Wars movie. And this one is very hard also. I really can't pick just one. My favorites would be Attack of the Clones, Revenge of the Sith, Return of the Jedi, and Rogue One. I will refuse to pick just one of them. And then top 5 characters. Top 1, 5s. And then second, I would say Anakin. Third, Ahsoka. Fourth, Jango. And 5th, Padme. Then favorite Jedi. Even though Anakin was ranked higher than Ahsoka in my top 5, I would say Ahsoka, because I mean, obviously Anakin was kind of not a Jedi for half of his life. So yeah, Ahsoka would be my favorite Jedi. Then favorite dark side character. I don't really like the dark side. Maybe Maul. I don't know. It's a hard question. Then favorite lightsaber. My favorite lightsaber would be Ahsoka's lightsaber from the Clone Wars. Just really like the style of those. Very sleek and just very nice. Light side or dark side? Light side every day, always light side. Then favorite quote. I think my favorite quote from all of Star Wars is "Live to fight another day."
Live to fight another day.
That's something that Hardcase says in the Umbara arc. I don't know, that just sort of resonated with me somehow. I just really like that quote. Canon or Legends? I'm gonna have to pick Canon on this one because I don't really know too much about Legends, or I sort of know like the overall events and things like that, but I haven't dove deeper into it. But don't worry, I am planning on doing that eventually. I just have not had the time or found the resources to do so yet. So yeah, I'm gonna have to pick Canon because that's kind of where my expertise is at the moment. And then special edition or release. So for the OT, for me it would be special edition because that's what I've been watching, that's kind of what I got to know, and I don't mind most of the changes. The only thing that I am very mad about is Laptinek being replaced by Jedi rocks. I'm not gonna play them here because I will get copyright striked, but search up Laptinek and Jedi rocks and you will see the difference. Then favorite headcanon. I think my favorite headcanon is that Padme didn't die of sadness. She actually died because Palpatine drained her life force, essentially, and put it into Anakin instead. And then, very spicy question. Unpopular / controversial opinions. So first of all, the dialogue in the prequels is not bad. A lot of people like to diss the prequels for the dialogue. And even though, yeah, I agree, like sometimes it is written very awkwardly and, you know, there's a specific style to it. But I have never had an issue with the dialogue. That never stuck out to me as a bad thing. In my mind, everything just makes sense for the characters or for the situations. The one main thing people always like to bring up is that I don't like sand. But that line, first of all, makes perfect sense in the context of the conversation, and it just sort of has like this deeper meaning. And then there's people saying that, you know, like, oh, the romance stuff so awkward and stuff. Well, no, not all of it is awkward, and some of it is kind of supposed to be. Like, Anakin is just very awkward. And then my second hot take, I guess, is that Ahsoka should have died when she fought Vader. Honestly, the big reason is because I'm afraid what they will do with her character in the future. Afraid they will ruin her. But other reasons being, it would have been the perfect end to her character, would have added to Vader's story, and then introducing the War Between Worlds just has made so many people so confused. People just don't understand the concept of War Between Worlds, that it doesn't allow us to do just like time travel. That's not what it is. It's a bit of a complex idea, I guess. I'm not going to explain it here, but yeah, introducing that and bringing back Ahsoka is just, I don't know, it's maybe a weird thing to say that I hope my favorite character would have died. At the same time, like, I don't mind getting more Ahsoka content, not at all. I do still really like her, and seeing her in live action is also pretty cool, so that's just my opinion. I think we spent enough time on that question. Let's move on to the next one, which is favorite ship, and this is relating to shipping characters. First of all, I don't really like shipping characters who are not an actual couple on screen. I don't really like that at all, actually. So my favorite ship would be, I don't know, like Hera and Canon. I think they make a pretty cute couple, so we'll go with that one. And then favorite ship, as in actual ship. If I just have to choose one, you can't just make me choose one ship. I like a lot of them. Maybe the N1 or the A-Wing, or yeah, I'll just not answer this question. Then favorite battle, Battle of Coruscant. Then favorite lightsaber battle, either it's Luke versus Vader in Return of the Jedi, or it's Maul versus Ahsoka, Season 7 of the Clone Wars. Then favorite blaster, DH-17 and Westar 35. And I will not pick between those two. Then favorite sound, that's almost impossible to choose. Maybe the Westar blaster sound. That one's up there at least. And favorite score, this one is also very hard. I have a few favorites. One of them is actually I think it's called the Eno Cordova team. And then I do like also Burying the Dead, even though it's very sad. And Across the Stars, the Forest team, Duel of the Fates. Yeah, no, I can't choose one. It's impossible. I will not choose one. Then favorite planet, I would say maybe Naboo or Mandalore before it gets destroyed. Another spicy question, opinion on the sequels. Well, I actually made a video about this where I kind of talk about specific reasons why the sequels never resonated with me, even as a new fan. That whole era just never felt right to me. It never felt like Star Wars to me. I do like parts of it. There are certain characters that I do like and certain planets that I do really like, actually. But overall, it feels wrong to me, to be honest. Then Rebels or Clone Wars. Clone Wars always. Did talk a bit more about this in the video where I answered your questions. Then Clone Wars 2003 or the Clone Wars 2008. Clone Wars 2008, that's also easy for me. Except the main 6 movies and Rogue One, that's the most impactful Star Wars media for me. And then favorite Clone Wars episode or arc. I can't just pick one, of course. I have to go with Padawan Lost. That's where Ahsoka gets kidnapped and brought to the moon where the Trandoshans hunt her. And then The Box, where Obi-Wan goes undercover. And then Siege of Mandalore. And then least favorite Clone Wars episode or arc. Again, I have more than one. Pretty much these episodes are the only ones that I don't like. First, the one where R2 and C-3PO go shopping and get taken. That one was just boring. Then we also have the brain worm stuff from the second Battle of Geonosis. I can't watch it. Not because it's bad, just because I can't handle it. And then the last one being the D-Squad, where Colonel Gascon goes with his droids. The only redeeming thing about that arc is Gregor. Everything else, I can't stand it. Gascon is just, he belongs in the trash. And then favorite Clone Wars character. Well, Fives was already my favorite overall character, so yeah, it's Fives. Then favorite Rebels episode/arc. I actually can't answer this question. It's not been that long since I watched Rebels, but I just have a very bad memory when it comes to a lot of things, so I don't know. And then favorite Rebels character. Actually, I don't really like most of the Ghost crew. I do like Hera, and I also do like Kallus, so those two would be my favorites. And then favorite book. I have read, I think, a fair amount of Star Wars novels. From the ones I have read, I think my favorite is Dark Disciple. That's about Quinlan Vos and Asajj. It was supposed to be an episode in the Clone Wars before it got cancelled. And then favorite game. If you've seen my videos before, you know the answer already. It's Battlefront 2015. I love that game. It feels so Star Wars to me, and I am able to play in a playstyle that fits me perfectly, and I can wear a Shadow Trooper outfit. It is just perfect. And then dream cosplay. So I am currently working on my own custom Mandalorian suit, which kind of has been my dream cosplay since like 2016 or something. But other than that, I would love to have a Shadow Stormtrooper or Shadow Scout Trooper. Then favorite creature. Actually, I might have to pick the Bantha. I think they're just very cute. And then favorite droid, K2SO. As soon as I saw him, he became my favorite droid. If I can't pick him, then it would be R2, obviously. I mean, R2 is the MVP, but yeah, K2SO. And then, last question, who shot first? Han shot first. So, those were all the questions. That took quite some time, a bit more than what I expected. But yeah, remember, as I said, I would love to also hear your answers to some of them, or all of them, whatever you want. I hope you learned something new about me, and if there was something that you didn't really understand, or want to understand my point of view better with certain questions, then let me know in the comments. Thank you for watching, and I will see you again next week, probably. May the Force be with you. Bye bye.